break even, break even, break even, break even. All I see is the break even throughout this whole week. How did I manage my emotions? How I only ended up making 2% through this week, still up, coming from the previous week's loss of 4%, and coming from break even up to 2%, but still having a lot of break even trades throughout this week. So market was not actually very good in movements. There was a lot of news, a lot of impact news that were impacting the market movements. So what I was doing, I was actually waiting for the ideal setups. For me, one trade happened, best trade yet so far that I did was Euro USD on Monday, which was also President's Day, but it happened on the late New York PM session. So I actually pre-analyzed coming from Saturday. So I was watching at charts and I actually marked down all the imbalances, all the fair value gaps and everything around the chart. So you can see right from here we had this move tap into previous 4-hour imbalance and the volume zone, which created this break of structure right over here on 4 hours. It was 4-hour break of structure, and then we tapped into this break of structure and then price kept on accumulating. So because here on Monday I wanted to take a short to write down into 1 hour fair value gap, which was created right around here, you can see. I actually didn't do it because it was President's Day, market was low, so I was like, I'm not gonna trade, but I had my limit order set up right over here, exactly at this 1 hour fair value gap. And after the New York session, it just jumped in, entered me in trade, it created break of structure right over here, and then I just held it overnight. I was like, it's okay. It came back to my entry, and then you can see after it tapped into my entry or on the Asian session while I was still sleeping, I woke up in New York, on London session, and I realized that I am in profit. So I just kept the trade, and then it just shot straight into the profits, and I took out 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. I know it's not crazy risk to reward ratio, but the execution part was flawless, and the trade itself, management of my psychology, management of the analysis and everything, I didn't have any greed, I didn't have any FOMO, so I really love this trade. And I do believe for every trader these sort of trades are one of the best trades to take always, because I was very patient, I waited for the setup, I didn't take anything else, so I only sticked to my plan, to the only entry that I wanted to see and trade. And that's how you can see in reflection, I wrote down also for myself the ideal trade execution. This was just perfect. Next thing for Tuesdays, I had several analyses, and these trades never got executed because I had this analysis after the move, and we had 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour order block, so I actually wanted price to tap into 4-hour order block, which was overcosting with 4-hour fair value gap right over here. And also when I marked down from the move right here to here, I saw that volume was actually accumulating right around here, and also the volume area high was also around here. So there were two choices: either price would tap in here and then reverse, or tap in here and reverse. But I just didn't like the risk to reward ratio right over here, so I just aimed around here and then on the order block. And then what happened was that price tapped in 4-hour fair value gap and just continued going straight up until buy side liquidity, and I just never got to enter the trade. And it's totally fine because it was not what I wanted to take. I only wanted to take if the price was coming in into this 4-hour order block, so I'm pretty okay of not taking this trade because it didn't meet any of my criterias. And next thing was also GJ. This trade also never got executed. I wanted price to come back into this 4 hours of fair value gap, which was also in line with this order block. So it actually never came back down. So volume was around here, and I assumed this might be an order block that might create the move because of this liquidity sweep right over here, also touching on the imbalance and then creating this break of structure right over here. So I was assuming the price would move down here and then move, but I wanted to take more safer entry right around here because it was such a big gap on 4-hour time frame. But as what happened was price actually tapped in to this order block right here and then reversed and continued up, and I missed the trade. But it's totally fine because I wanted here the price to execute the buy, and it's totally okay not to take this sort of trades. It's okay not to trade and manage your FOMO. Then Wednesday was not very pleasant because I had AUD USD trade. I got a bit FOMO'd, so I had my analysis was set up right over here, and I wanted my exact entry on point of control of the volume aligning with 4-hour order block and 4-hour fair value gap. And because I had a lot of missed trades, I probably got FOMO'd a bit. I just realized after the trade, and then I slightly executed slightly above. I moved my entry slightly above, which I should not have done. But yeah, I did the mistake, and then price moved, and then I was off like I think 2 or 5 pips from my take profit. Yeah, this was like it reversed at 666 and I didn't wanted to go above it and clear out even 100s level, but it reversed to my break-even point, then came back down to this zone right at 6580. But yeah, I just got to break even on this trade. I didn't want to lose it. And then Euro USD, another break even, but this was more of an aggressive trade because I knew the price was going to go bullish before on that 4-hour that I showed you on Tuesday trade. So this was kind of like a hedge trade to actually write some profits. So I executed the sell after liquidity grab. I saw the break of structure, market structure shift right over here, break of structure, creating fair value gap, and then I literally executed the trade after it candle closed right over here. And then I wanted to ride it down to the order block, but it reversed from this fair value gap. I was up 1-to-1, but I didn't take off the trade. So I moved my stop loss to break even because it was a very, very aggressive trade. I didn't want to lose anything on this one. It was just like a hedging position. So I'm pretty okay to close at break even at this trade. And this was also an unavoidable mistake, pretty fine. I would say I was a bit greedy and overconfident to take, but by the end of the day, I didn't lose anything and I managed to trade pretty well. So it was okay. And another trade I had opened on Thursday night was right touch from this point of control, which was also order block and imbalances with point of control of volume. And then price actually moved down, touched, and then came back up. I had a stop order and limit order, sorry, right over here on this entry down below on the 4-hour time frame. It looks better. I didn't take a screenshot. So it entered me, and then on Friday I was just stuck. Price really didn't move, so I currently have this trade still open. And if we open the trading view chart,
2,000 years later,
if we open the trading view charts, you can still see that I'm still in this trade. I'm sitting at the break even and I'm waiting for the price to play around. I forgot to take it off on Friday night, so I'm pretty much stuck over the weekend. And on 4-hour time frame, you can see here was this order block with a balance, so I executed right over here. My entry was right here, I got entered, and now I'm just waiting on what exactly happens. So waiting for the next week. So throughout this week I had 2 break-even trades recorded, 2 not executed trades, another 3rd trade is still sitting in break-even, and only 1 winning trade. And I only traded Wednesday actively, and Thursday with limit orders. That's it, because the market was pretty bad. I had no other wants or needs to trade something that didn't align with me. So I'm pretty good, even ending up only 2% up throughout the week. So actually being able to conquer the FOMO for the week and being okay with the break-evens is totally fine with me. That's it. So coming from the next week, what I'm gonna do, I'm again not gonna trade Fridays because Friday is my worst times to trade. I always lose on Fridays. So statistically speaking, Fridays is not good for me. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm actually gonna be trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I do believe one of the days has pretty huge impact news. I believe it's Wednesday, which is Euro CPIs. So I'm gonna avoid trading Wednesday with Euro pairs. So I'm gonna only trade probably USD CAD or GU, something similar like that. Just to probably avoid Euro or maybe not trade at all. but I'm gonna see pretty much what's gonna be the price action throughout this week, and I do have a hopes it's gonna be better than the past 2 weeks. So pretty excited for the Monday. So let's see. The plan is basically not trade Friday and try to avoid Wednesday. If I only have a setup, trade Wednesday, and that's it.